A Stellar-related scam. A logjam that contains XRP. Gold dropped more in one day than the entire BTC market. Cryptos are pulling back. Government shutdown updates along with
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
gold drops more than 2.5 trillion in a single day, exceeding Bitcoin's entire $2.2 trillion market cap. Crypto selling off, gold selling off. But before we get into the news, you know the deal. And yes, Stellar XLM fans, we got a scam to talk about because it's starting to drain people's XLM. Your comments come first. Why? You, the viewer, matter most. Jose Ramirez says, I'm here faster than I came last night. Golf clap. Golf clap for the adult humor to start off the day. I have to appreciate it, and that's why I shared it. Woody Woodstock says, I want to go to Guatemala. I'd love to visit to see my sponsor child. She's been a blessing and part of my family for 8 years. Super jelly class. For real, everyone. If you get a chance, go to Guatemala. Don't skip Guatemala City and go right to Antigua and do all the gringo and gringa stuff. No. Make sure you hang out in Guatemala City. Visit Zone 4. You can skip Zone 10. It's all the hotels and fancy shit. Go to Zone 4, hang out, go drinking at some bars, go to Zone 1 to see some historic stuff, and you'll love it. Then go to, say, Antigua, Panachel, Shayla, or something like that. What else do we got for us? It's Shane rounding it out with some support. Thank you, Shane. Shane dropping support on the channel and giving a smiley face. Why? Because he watched a video where I asked for your help. Bitcoin, 108,176. The market's red. Everything is pulling back right now, including gold, which is a safe haven asset. So you're seeing traders everywhere take many out of the markets. XRP's at 237, Sol's at 183. We're going to talk big XRP and Sol news coming on up. But first, gold's $2.5 trillion dip exceeds Bitcoin's entire market cap. So just the dip, this shows you how big the gold markets are. Just the 1 day mega dip right here in gold, almost a 10% dip, is bigger. Just the dip is bigger than BTC's entire market. Gold correction, it raised $2.5 trillion. This 2 day 8% decline, almost 10% now, is the largest since 2013, driven by FOMO reversal and weak hands exiting positions. And also, gold has been touching all-time highs. So what are players doing? They're taking profits and going, oh, maybe I need to put some money in my pockets. Now, what have we noted? This event reported by financial analysts from the Kabbalah letter put gold on course for its steepest 2 day decline since 2013. Investors who had flocked to gold as a hedge against inflation following its 60% rally in 2022 faced widespread panic as the metal's safe haven status was tested by sudden market shifts. This is something you need to pay attention to, because when gold starts pulling back as well and risk assets are pulling back, that means players want cash. Why do they want cash in their pocket? So they can be ready to make a move. My question to you is, do you have cash ready to buy a major move? Rumors have it that the government shutdown is going to extend well into November at this point, and it appears that market bigs out there are preparing to buy the dip. Now let's talk about that Stellar scam. I've already seen a few of you comment on it, thinking that this is real, but it's not. Fake Pi coins appear on Prosciutto decks amid unverified Stellar integration rumors. So the rumor was that Pi coin or Pi network was going to be using Stellar as a clearing layer. The problem is it's not real. The scam surfaced amid rumors suggesting that Pi network might leverage Stellar as a settlement layer for its upcoming decentralized applications. Screenshots circulating on X showed an interface from the platform Prosciutto that included multiple Pi assets supposedly available for trading. The listings included price issuer details to mimic legitimate tokens. However, prominent pioneers quickly raised the alarm, labeling the listings as fake and urging users not to integrate with the platform. Here's the problem. I've already seen a bunch out there say, bro, big news with PiCoin, they're integrating with Stellar. No, they're not. It's all a scam and a BS. This is what they said. This is a scam. Do not buy Pi on the Stellar network. For all we know, Prosciutto is in on the scam, and the address linked to the tokens are clearly fake. Notably, Prosciutto, marketed as a Stellar-based DEX, has been suspended. This is not the first time the platform has been involved in such a controversy. In August, a user publicly accused Prosciutto of theft following a rigged giveaway that lured participants into revealing private keys, resulting in the loss of crypto. Yeah, XLM, that's what they're trying to do. They were trying to piggyback on it. Scam alert, they stole my tokens. Someone organized a giveaway, 1,000 XLM to win. You had to make any transaction on Prosciutto. They provided a link to the exchange, and the only wallet connect option was a private key. You had to like the post, retweet it, comment, and done. Again, please, everyone, don't give out your private keys. That's probably the worst thing you could ever do. The next day, USDC TKG disappeared from my account. The scam coincides with unverified reports of a Pi Stellar partnership. One user claimed Pi Network will launch real-world asset trading desks using Stellar stalemate letter. That's not true. That is not true. So everyone, please be careful. Here's why. Read this, okay? Or listen to this, and this is why. Pi Network is expected to launch dApps for real-world asset trading activity by early 2026 with XLM as a settlement layer. This is adding 60 million users to the XLM ecosystem in a single integration. However, once again, the community was quick to question the credibility of these claims. That doesn't even make sense. Pi would use its own blockchain for settlement, not the Stellar network, and that's true. They have their own network, so what? Look, everyone, the whole thing right here is they keep saying Pi and Stellar, trying to get you to believe all this stuff, and it's not. And in fact, we've already seen people getting scammed out of their money. Don't believe me? Go onto Stellar's thing. You will not find anything in here about Pi Network. In fact, you will find nothing in here about Pi integration with Stellar for settlement. Nothing like that at all. So, what's the best thing to do whenever something like this comes out? Verify it from the host, right? Verify it from Stellar. Stellar will let you know if something is real or not. So once again, be careful, everyone. On to the log jam where XRP and Solana front 155 ETFs as the backlog grows. Whoa. There are 20 XRP ETFs right now waiting. There are 6 HBAR ones. Solana leads it with 23. But listen to this. They're saying right now that these individual ETFs are not where the action is, but the basket ETFs are where it's going to be. According to Eric Balchunas, an ETF expert at Bloomberg, the list of crypto ETF applications in the United States is likely to surpass 200 in the next 12 months. Currently, 35 different crypto assets are waiting for ETFs. However, Nate Jurassic, president of Novidius Wealth Management and the host of ETF Prime, says that TradeFi investors are less likely to navigate through all the single token ETFs, basically saying that traders are going to go, well, wait a minute. We don't want to go all into one thing. We want to make sure we have a basket to spread the risk around. He says, no way TradeFi investors are ready to navigate all these single tokens. They're going to take a diversified shotgun approach to an emerging asset class. Some of the prominent basket ETFs include 21 Shares Crypto Basket, which plans to invest in the top 5 assets by market cap, which would include XRP. CoinShares Physical Top 10 ETP, which will track the top 10 assets. CoinShares Physical Smart Contract. Either way, you get my point. These are all listed in the description below. The crypto ETF rush in the United States is a major turning point for mainstream adoption of digital assets. As such, capital inflow to capital market will accelerate in the upcoming months, coinciding with the anticipated parabolic rally in the near term. But remember, we're not going to get the ETFs until what, everyone? Until the Senate can vote to end the shutdown. And as I shared with you at the beginning of the video, remember, I'm not here to blow smoke up your butt. I'm not here to tell you, oh, XRP to 10,000 by Friday. Oh, Picoin is integrating with Stellar. No. I'm here to bring you the news and a realistic approach. We are thinking right now that we're not going to get out of this shutdown until deep into November. And remember, the bill that they're voting on to end the shutdown is only a temporary bill, which means what? We would have to go through this again very quickly. In fact, the bill that they're looking to vote on right now would expire November 21st, and we'd start this fucking mess all over again. So what they're thinking right now is they got to write a whole new bill to extend the dates because these people have been playing with their dongs and boobalas for way too long. Overall in the crypto market, we're definitely seeing some red, but we did have some inflows the other day, which is a really healthy sign. Volume bonkers. 230 billion right now, up 31%. Altcoin season, 30 out of 100. So the alt's kind of coming back a little bit. We were in the low 20s here earlier during the week. In terms of XRP, look, we talked about this. We have to break those resistance points, and we didn't. See the 7-day chart, and I brought this up yesterday. The 7-day chart had some resistance north of 250. We saw it way back here in the 15th of October. We saw it play out again here on the 20th. We saw it again play out on the 21st, and here we are on the 22nd, reeling back. But it's not just crypto that's in the red. Your safe haven assets like gold are also pulling back heavy. This is telling me and the rest of the market, players out there on both the crypto scene, traditional finance, and the safe haven asset scene, that they all expect a massive, massive pullback. And they're pulling and stocking up capital right now in order to attack that pullback. So XRP price, yeah, it was nice to get above 250, maybe a little pump and dump, rinse and repeat, but players are preparing for worse. So my question to you is, are you prepared with dry powder, and do you always have fresh capital coming in so that you can take advantage of the dips? Gold has never had a gold hasn't had a pullback like this since 2013, 2012. So to see it happening right here, along with the crypto markets telling me bigs out there thinking the government shutdown is going to shake the shit out of all markets, and players are getting ready to buy. And even if you're not into the gold market, it's a really good idea to pay attention to it to see what the bigs out there are thinking. Think about the size of the gold market. The drop in that 2-day period is technically like a day and a little bit more than that. And a day period is bigger than the entire crypto BTC market. Yeah. So pay attention to it even if you're not into it. So with gold selling off, crypto selling off, people are really expecting a mega, mega crash. This could come from the government. This could come from more delays with the ETFs. This can come from a whole variety of fronts, including the US-China trade action. And remember, I'm going to keep you up to date on all that stuff. That's why you hit the subscribe button down below, because I bring you the real news, not the, oh, XRP is going to get to 10,000 by Friday. Meanwhile, we check our Garmin's. I don't know. Maybe not everyone has Garmin's. Maybe I'll have Apple Watches. I just like Garmin because I train on them. Meanwhile, everyone's like, bro, we can't even hold $2.50. Yeah, but some players out there keep spilling the bullshit, just like the players out there spilling the bullshit of Pi's integration with Stellar. Go to Stellar's account and see there is nothing mentioned about it there. And the worst part about it is people are already getting scammed out of their XLM. They're doing whatever they can to piggyback off of XLM and Stellar in order to screw more people over. Even people within inside Pi Network are like, yo, this is bullshit. This isn't even true. Why would we use someone else's blockchain to settle when we have our own? Yeah, it's all about taking your money. And speaking of money, hopefully we get a finalization between the United States and China on that trade deal. And I'm going to keep paying attention to what happens to the votes this week in regards to the shutdown. But like I said to you earlier, rumors have it that we're expecting to be shut down until deep into November. Which means what? Oh, we're going to have to be dealing with this poop sandwich for quite some time. Which means, sale aisle 5. Shit, the whole store is on sale, including gold. A pullback of about 10% here since its peak. Dips and tips, pumps and dumps. It's happening all over, everyone. Seems like there's no safe place to park your money. So what investors are doing right now, they're building up mega stockpiles of cash, getting ready to gobble up the dip. And in fact, I'm even moving some assets right now into cash so that I can be ready for a mega dip based on the government. Nice sunglasses, Rick. No, I don't think so. Based on the U.S. government shutdown situation getting even worse. So I'll keep you updated on the news. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button. And remember, I've got a second channel highlighting my Guatemala trip. Oh, want to see a cool view from my bedroom? Here, I'll take you with me. Kind of the one cool things with these laptops is I can take you with. Check this out. Yeah, see? This is the view outside my bedroom. I've got a really cool view of the main circle here in zone 4, all the cool construction, the bank buildings, and I'm having an absolute blast. So, check out that second channel, my fun in Guatemala. Daughter came yesterday. That was awesome. My wife actually went home yesterday, which wasn't awesome, but it was great because she was missing the dogs. I'm super missing the dogs, and well, choo choo bitches.